Okay, everybody. In case you're wondering, the playlist that I was working on is officially been posted. Feel free to check it out. Try out the tones, but remember, you want to use the specific whatever they're trying to and heat onto you and project whatever and basically maneuver any type of what's that emotion to trigger any type of reaction. You need to listen to the one that's specific for that. I'm gonna be on the lookout for some more, but so far I've already covered both sexual urges, anger, depression. I guess the other one also covered PTSD as well. They got several ones for that, so you definitely want to be mindful of whatever it is that they're trying to hit you with. I need to actually start using these myself, but yeah, if you haven't seen my last vid, I left a link in the description. Apparently, people are fighting this stuff, and they're not having it. They're fed up with the lockdown. They're not about trying to be forced in their homes. The difference with me though, when it comes to that, is that I'm not. I was never like because of my situation. Not to this lockdown thing, but I wasn't really more of an outdoor person. It's probably because of my upbringing. So whatever I am gonna do, it's gonna be able to help everyone out, whether it be from home or whenever I do go outside. I wanted to try to send more funds to any other fellow TIs out there, because I know it's a lot of people going through a lot of things out there, man. A lot. I need to also reach out to the other TIs who I've already sent funds to, because I'm not too familiar with PayPal, but I noticed that it did say sent, but at the same time, like on the side of it, where it says sent, it also says pending. So I don't even know if they even got the funds yet or if they're even aware. Not to mention, there's been people talking about how PayPal has actually been having like delays and stuff, you know? So I'm not even too certain about the situation with that. But I definitely want to continue helping those out who people out there, because like it's screwed up what they're doing. It's even more screwed up because these people don't real. Some of these people don't realize of what TIs are going through every day. They had to deal with not even having a job with just for a few days. Targeted individuals have to deal with not having a job for like years. Okay. And it's not that they can't get another job. It's just that if they do try to get another job, well, the bullshit's gonna follow them there. It's gonna follow them there. You got coworkers doing stupid shit. You got people who they hire to do this, who are paid off to do this, just to make you look bad. And you need to understand that builds a track record to the point to where you try to go to the next job. Well, they're not gonna let you do it because of your background, because of falsified bullshit. If you are a TI and you get a job, you better make sure damn well you hold on to that. But other than that, the job I got is, to me, is just a means to win anyway. So I plan on quitting there at some point. But I wanted to gather up some supplies and gather up some funds, and if at all possible, try to I don't know, man. Maybe try to get a hold of some private property or something, and then just start working from the ground up on building like a boarding house or something, for fellow TIs who don't really have a place to go or anything like that. Well, I already know, like, as far as security systems go, how to prevent them from being off on your network and shit. I know exactly what to do when it comes to that. Um, Problem is, you got to have the place secured, and that's not a problem. But at the same time, like, it's hard. It's hard being a target individual, and when you leave out, you got these assholes coming right in to do who knows what the fuck they're doing. Right? It's crazy. Even now, they're starting a noise harassment thing, but it's best not to pay attention to do that when they do that. If you're not aware, these perps, their phones are beaming off a like an antenna based frequency. If you're not aware, and the thing is, then this is what I figured out. When you listen in on what they're doing and their tactics, their noise harassment and stuff, right? It's meant to get your attention, but even more so, it's meant to get you to focus your hearing out onto their direction because of the ultrasonic frequency that is playing as an antenna for the machine to connect to. They have all of this stuff connected to their phones, playing off their phones, which is why they need to get your attention, why it connects to you. Because the nanotech acts as an antenna, which is connected to the brainstem, which creates a web all throughout your body structure. So the electrical currents that goes through, that naturally goes to the currents, they piggyback off of that. But also, as you already know, they work off of they already have like a low EMF based frequency. If you were to look at these things through a microscope, you're going to see lights. And you will see different strands connected to these lights, which will appear to be signal lights. Signal lights for the connection, for the remote connection of this weapon. People who don't understand this, I get it. This is new to you, but the more and more people who become aware of this, to be able, the more and more chance we'll be able to put a stop to this. Because understand, you basically, it's hard. I mean, Brian too said it himself. If you've been on social media, if you watching and been all on Facebook, you are also a targeted individuals as well. May not be actively targeted, but you are a targeted individual. They just haven't came after you yet. But I guarantee you, hang on, let me close that out. If you notice in one of my last videos how like I had showed you one of these perverted ass sites that they made with this AI crap, you should understand that when you have a phone and that camera on the front of your phone, when you don't have it covered up, they're snapping photos of you illegally, okay? They're basically getting your facial recognition data without even your consent. The biometrics all through the phone is capturing it whenever you're touching your phone. I remember a fellow TI, he had warned me about this, and this is going way back, and it was mostly involved with both the Bluetooth function of your phone and your heart rate. If you didn't know, the Bluetooth can actually get readings from your heart rate by you touching the phone. I don't know how he figured that. I don't know how they ended up doing that, but apparently it's possible for them to do it. So it allows them to be able to tell the difference of whether you're telling the truth or lying, basically. Even more illegal shit when it comes to this technology that they're doing. Didn't nobody sign up for no stuff like that, man. Didn't nobody give no consent for that. Not when it came to a phone. The only thing the phone was supposed to be used for is daily activities, entertainment, and that's it. And communication. Then nobody give these assholes no permission to get facial recognition data. Didn't nobody give these assholes to gather and sell this information for anything like that. No one gave consent for this. No one did. They just decided at some point just to go up and do it. And even worse, they fix it to where like you got to go out and opt out just to be able to prevent them from gathering that. So if you're not aware, if you don't opt out of your Wi-Fi, if you don't opt out of your communication bill, like such as your phone service provider, if you don't opt out of any of that, all that data that's going through there is being sold without your consent. Okay, all of that stuff is going to these organizations that are targeting you, basically. So that's why it's so easy for them to hack you, because they're getting your information through them. But also, I've already went through the many different. Hang on, how many minutes do I got? Oh, okay, good. I got a few more. I've already went through many of the different things as to how they're able to basically hack you. Dude, they're doing this shit through the outlet systems. They're doing this. They can actually use your own Wi-Fi, but there's a way to prevent them from doing that. You see, the problem with your Wi-Fi is that they're able to hack your Wi-Fi is because you don't have a firewall on your Wi-Fi router. I'm gonna drop a name down for an item that you can get if you can afford it. It is reasonably affordable for the security. Look up Network Rat Trap on Amazon. Look that up. That plugs up. If you got the combo, it plugs up into that. If you got it separated from your router to your to the other thing, it can plug into both. But what that does is it creates a firewall so that they can't get in your shit. The thing is what, like around 100 and something bucks from what I've seen. There's even more expensive stuff than that guarantees the utmost security, but like you're gonna be paying out of the ass for that. So I don't even recommend going there because it's not that necessary. But yeah, man. Also, look up anti-juicers for your for the end parts of your phone. No data gets transferred through that. It only allows it to charge and no transfer. If you haven't seen that, but I've already left links and did a video on that. But I just wanted to give a reminder out because I did notice that I started getting new subscribers to this channel. I wasn't really even planning on doing much with this channel, actually. It was just meant for just a little bit of things, you know. The main thing was the guide channel, just to share the information that I got there. But I guess if I can do both, it'll be worth it, because at least that way I have two ways of actually getting the information out. But man, I've seen a lot of stuff, man. I've seen a lot of stuff. I'd be out there with them, but unfortunately my situation, my transportation is limited. You've all even seen my videos too, how they mess with the buses. And if you hadn't, I suggest you go back and check. Is one time, this happened multiple times too. What I did, right? Tried catching a bus. I looked at the map. Turns out it was the bus going in the opposite direction from where I was going. And here's the trick. You are not supposed to have the bus location set to where you came from. It's supposed to be set to where you're going to. Well, this driver decided to have it set to where they were coming from and not going to, causing the confusion, causing me to go downtown when I really needed to go uptown. I called them out on it, and they act like it's saying, well, no, just call customer service. Call customer service. You want to know why they wanted me to call customer service? So they can come up with an excuse to try to discredit me so they can do even more bullshit. I didn't fall for it. I knew what it was. I left it alone and I moved the fuck on. The thing is, they can't keep doing that, because when you build that shit up and then you make the complaint, they can't discredit you. So people, please understand. When they start fucking with you like that, don't complain on the first attempt. No, document that. Document it, stockpile it. And the thing is, like, you don't have to always post this evidence online. You don't have to, because, well, if you do that, you run the risk of them fucking with it. Stockpile it. Keep a device on handy that you can keep, factory resetting, that you only use for transferring. Because if you don't put it on the net, well, they can't fuck with it. But be mindful that when you plug it into the outlet, then they can fuck with it. Which is why I recommended the anti-data juicers. That's about it. But definitely check out that playlist. That would definitely help you out. But only use the ones that they're trying to basically, when it comes to whatever feelings they're trying to tamper with to try to trigger a reaction. Be mindful of that. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep fighting the good fight.